stand for the prayer and follow by the pledge.
Let us pray, Lord, that we who serve your people in public office may have your blessings and guidance in our deliberations and decisions, so that what we accomplish here this evening will be just and beneficial to the people we serve.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There we go.
Cool.
Progress.
There you go.
Steve, do you have any kind of petitions or communication, nothing?
No, I do not.
Okay. You have no minutes, right?
Right.
Okay.
I have them at home. Couldn't print them.
We'll get to Jagger to make sure you get the
Yeah, I'll get them printed, yeah.
And at this time, we'll go to the audience and get that done with. We'll start on that side over there. Mayor George Joyner, you got anything, folks?
Yeah.
Give your name and address, please.
Fred Perling, 2018 Commercial Avenue. Only thing I see wrong down there, I mean, you might have saw it. Right down below me, they tore this house down, used to be the, years ago was
Try to
a,
take care of that. Go ahead,
yeah,
Keith.
the neighbor bought it, and he's parking his equipment up there, his truck, pickup truck, whatever. Then he's dragging the mud back on the street again.
Well, you don't see him in there now, do you?
How's that?
You don't see it in there now, do you?
And that ordinance, no,
When I stopped down there, I got them out of
you got
there.
him?
They're not in there now.
They're
Yeah,
parked on
but
the
he's,
street.
They're parked on the street.
yeah, you're right. So I appreciate that, because that's a brand new street.
I know.
But,
That
that's all I got.
All right. Patty?
Two things, Patty Manarino, 415 Edward Street. The sewage drain, I'm sure you guys have probably seen it on Logan at the bottom of Huron Street. It's broken and there's large pieces of the asphalt coming up, and there was a bus driving up there the other day. Even though that section of the road is very wide, he came within 2 feet of, I was behind him, 2 feet of getting into there. Somebody happens to drive into that, their car is gonna be done.
There was a cone in there. Somebody took the cone, I think.
That cone hasn't been there for a long, long time.
Was
It's
there?
a catch basin, right?
Yeah.
Where's it at again? Logan, what?
It's on Logan at the bottom of Huron
600
Street.
block. Right by Fifth and House.
Okay.
And then, as I requested before, a curb be put from the top of Granitor, at least down to the empty lot past my house. The rain, the rocks are all coming into the yard, coming down through our yard, going on to Logan to leave. People are driving in the yards because it is an extremely narrow road, tearing up my yard, my son's yard. And, you know, both of us are requesting a curb be placed in there. Just on the left side, the right side, everybody's on a hillside, they don't need a curb, just on the left side.
I'll turn it over to Mr. Spence. You guys got anything? No? Just sitting there smiling. Okay. Report of officer, if the mayor's not here, we'll go to visit the village administrator.
Okay. I got the appraisals back. I'm reviewing the appraisals. And I want to start negotiating with that guy, trying to see what he's gonna do. Like I said, if we don't have a domain, how long does that take? That'd take us a while, won't it?
Lengthy process.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we'll try to do this the civil way and see if I can get a good price out of him, because I really do want that property. That'd be a nice piece of property for us to even have, and it'd make it a lot easier to put my EQ tank in. So I'll let you guys know what I come up with. The pool remains an issue, guys. We got no one applying for it. I may have a plan to try to do something with that using my own personnel that we have now, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. You know, I might be using Mrs. Eddie in here and making her work a certain time down here and then possibly working that up there. We got to find somebody, but I want somebody that I can really trust. I just don't want to throw anybody up there. I mean, that's our show place. That's a very important job. It's a very difficult job to do, as people have found out because they're not coming back. So, and I think Jack was gonna talk to somebody also, like, you know, get the recreation committee together and possibly maybe even split that job between a couple people. But I know we have a couple people that work up there that's, I'd like to see them take that job, but, you know, I don't know if they wanna take that on. It's good, it's a big responsibility, so. You know, we're looking at it now, it's March, well, into February, March, but it'll be here soon, so we definitely have to have a plan for it. There's no option of not opening it up, as far as I'm concerned. That's not even an option here. So we'll keep looking. Just want you to be aware. Bob Westfall, for some reason, you know, I had more stuff on here. If I printed out the wrong ones. Anyhow, Bob Westfall, I already told you guys we hired him. He's going to help us as an operator down there in the water plant. Smart kid, went right out and got his license. You know, we had an issue this weekend, or just a couple days ago. You know, I had to cancel school. I don't like to do that. I don't like to call at 5 in the morning to tell me to cancel school. We had a power outage. This is the first time this has happened like this, gone this long. And we have issues with that tank up there, not with the tank. We got a leak somewhere. We're trying to find it. I told George that's a priority. You got to find this leak. That's why we're getting all this leak detection stuff right now. We're listening to every place we can listen to. I got a feeling it's in the woods somewhere. That's because it's not surfacing anywhere. So we're looking. But I tell you what, making that call to cancel schools didn't sit well with me. Didn't sit well with any creek either. So, but that's the way it is. I mean, you know, we had those winds at 60 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour. What are you going to do? You got a power outage that long.
Yeah, we definitely weren't the only school that
Yeah,
canceled. There were all
I know.
kinds of schools that
I
canceled.
know. But I never compare us. I don't want to have school. Those kids need to be in school. Right, Jack? Right. 200 ton of salt. I think I've screamed enough to these people that we actually got most of our salt. And we probably got over 200 ton stockpile right now. Now, I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to. I think we're going to be okay. You know, we'll probably get hit with one of those 32 inches. You know. But, you know, we're going to make it through February, hopefully March. That's when we always get one of those big ones in March, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Well, advertise, I haven't put that out yet for driver labor for the service garage. That's coming. We continue to battle water line breaks. I think that we've, in the last 3 days, actually repaired 3 different breaks. That time of year, it's just the way it is. The lift station down there, I've done my research, and I think I probably will convert it over to 3-phase. It's going to cost me about $15,000 to do it, but in the long run, saves you energy and everything else, and saves us from having pumps go bad because they just need a little more juice. And I think it's the way to go. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was the way to go. So install diving board. I still want to do that no matter what. I think we're going to need an additional diving board. I keep saying that, and I never have done it because I couldn't get anybody to put it in. But I think I got a guy that will put it in. Kind of flaky. I think I got somebody. Slip-on Murdoch, down there by the, what do I call it, almost like an on-ramp. We've got slips all over the place. The hillside's coming down. Make your slip-on battle run, folks. I'm telling you, I'm battling this because, no pun intended. But, you know, I just called to get the pilings put in, and they're already mobilized, and they want $34,000 to do it. And I said, no. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to move the road if at all possible. I'm going to have somebody go down there and take a look and see where our right-of-way's at, and if we could possibly move it to the left, and then maybe I can get a detail from where I work to shore that up on the right, but if we can move it over far enough, that won't be a major issue. I'm going to try to do everything I can to save money and not put $100,000 into that road. That's all there is to it. You know, that money goes into that road. I got Valley up there, I got West Boulevard, I got these roads here that look like they're terrible. And I'm going to put that kind of money, I mean, if I'm forced to do it, I can't help if it comes down to that. You know, I wanted to close the road, I'll be quite honest with you, but I don't think that's an option. But I'm going to do everything I possibly can to save money to do that. I want to make it safe, of course, but, you know, I'll have, if I just put the pilings in and do the lagging, I got 50 grand in it right now, 50 minimum, 50,000 minimum. I tell you, I did not need that to happen because I tell you, I wanted to really do some roads in Mingo this time around. Got a small slip-on sink there, I think we'll get away with patching that right now. I hope it doesn't go over the hill, like the one at Battle Run. We need to develop a table of organization table. I know that we talked about that before. I don't think we ever finalized that organization table. So, kind of all I got. Everything's moving forward. You know, they're, with the catch basin and all that, they're coming, going to surveying. So just gotta get that property possibly. Like I said, we'll see where I can go with that. If we get that property, that'll help us out a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna send those surveyors. I'm gonna actually get Thrasher, since they're mobilized also, to go down and do a survey for me down in Battle Run to see where that, our right of way is at. I looked on the maps in here, you can't really hardly tell where our right of way is at, but we got a sewage line running through that up over the hill, so. You know, all those people on that property coming down over there, they actually butts right into Battle Run. So if I can just use my right of way, I won't have to worry about going and talking to those folks if I want to move that road a little bit or whatever else, so. It's not been a very good week, so anyhow.
Anything got anything for Bob besides me? Merle, yeah, I think that's caused from that garage being put up there.
Could be, because, you know, that was, I didn't realize that was an alley at one time.
Oh, yeah, but it stopped. It's right above.
Who allowed that
above
garage
the
to
funeral
go?
home, this way above the funeral home, you
Yeah.
want. That hillside moving, because that, the garage up there,
Now, who allowed that garage to go up? Did you guys abandon that,
No.
that alley up there?
no. Mr. Swick built that garage years ago, gone, fast. But now the hill's moving away from the garage, it's coming down the sidewalk.
Real bad.
Yeah, real bad. I don't think it's, you know, it's up to the city to do that.
Where's this
Well,
at?
that garage was basically not used for years, but now it's
Yeah.
getting used now a lot.
It's right up from Glass Jocks.
In fact, if you look right there, there's a backhoe sitting up there.
Yeah.
The backhoe's starting up.
Oh, wow.
I was down on Battle Run Road today twice. You go down below, where the county's got it all marked off,
Yeah.
they're slipping out.
I know, but they got emergency money. There's no emergency money left for it either. I've already checked OPW. WC, I called them up and right on their webpage, it's like, we don't have funding until July or June or July. I think it's June.
Is somebody living second driveway down on the left?
I don't think so. I think that's,
There's a truck up in there. I didn't go up in there.
what are you talking about? We're talking about when you go down from our end?
Go down Battle Run from our end, second driveway. First one used to be a house.
Letty owns that one house.
There's a house, no, this is way down.
Oh, past the slip?
Past our slip.
Oh, I don't know that. I
There's
just tell you.
a house down there, or a trailer, or whatever it is, you used to see that place.
You know what, I think somebody does live there, because that would be the problem if we closed it both places, because she would never be able to get in or something.
I don't know, I live there. Take a look down there. Down on the
I've been there for a few
Avoid
months.
slip. Look on the hillside. I
Did you?
think they just
That's out of
dump
our jurisdiction.
rubbish, garbage.
That's all out of our jurisdiction.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that house is.
Yeah. We had calls in there, that's in the counties. They had a beanie in there probably about a year ago.
Somebody living there?
Yeah.
Told you, I think there's one lady that lives down there, that if we closed that road, both sides like that, I mean, if you had it open from down there, she couldn't, there was something she couldn't get to her place, to close it right now. Because I'd like to close it, honestly.
What's
You know, I told the Indian Creek they can't take a bus down there anymore. They were taking a bus down there. Yeah,
Wow.
she just called me, I said, don't dare take a bus down there.
It's terrible out there.
And that thing really slipped away, really bad.
Anything else from Bob?
There's one more on, if you go up the Clister, you start heading down the backside of the Clister, and you turn up to Steep Hill Covington. It looks like someone, a big truck must have came down Covington and then made a right. It like crushed
I
like
go
a
up there all the time, yeah. I know, it's something.
Check it out
right
by the stop
inside.
sign and all that, it's like
Yeah.
all like wearing out, it's, I mean, with all the rain and I'm sure heavy trucks or something, some big truck must have rode over pretty well, but.
Well, that's like the last two meetings I've said down from the school on Wilson.
We
It
took
looks
care of
like
that.
both sides of the roads are starting to come up. We saw a super sucker down there the other day.
Yeah, well, you have to suck that out, that's what we gotta do, because that pipe gets clogged.
Right.
Once that pipe gets clogged, then it just comes back up over
But
the
it
road.
almost looks like the water is making the road lift
I don't
on
know if
both
he's up or not.
sides.
Anything else for Bob? Jagger's not here. Ern, you have anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Joe?
Nothing to report.
Johnny's not here. Director, I don't have one on that. So we'll go to finances. There's a finance meeting this Thursday, right?
That's what we were talking about doing, if possible. Does that work for people?
How long will it be? They're having a thing for Bella. It's, I don't know if it's surprised or not, but it's,
So you put it on paper, right?
yeah, did you put it in paper already?
I think.
Well, you had to put it in there if it's on council, right?
We never said anything in stone.
We never
so
said
I don't
anything.
see it on my calendar.
I wasn't
We
here,
might have-
so.
And I thought the thing with
I
Thursday
think we said
was
we talked about it
planning
today.
for something for him for the future, I thought. Is that what it's
I think it's gonna happen this Thursday.
Really?
No, it's all planning.
It is all planned?
Yep, it's all planning.
You're sure?
Yeah, I talked to Jim, it's all planning.
Okay, because I could have swore, I told him, I said, I can't make it, because I got this meeting.
It's all,
Where is Jack, was that?
In Virginia for a while, I know.
For how long?
I have no idea.
Well, he won't be here Thursday then.
No, he won't be here
She
Thursday.
says 2 days. What Tammy says.
2 days.
So
Yeah, I
that's
talked
Wednesday,
to
Thursday.
him this afternoon.
So he'll be back Thursday, you think?
He's gonna stay tonight, tomorrow night. Yeah, he'll be back Thursday
Yeah, but we'll be
sometime.
back time for
In
the
time
meeting.
for the meeting.
He said 5-hour drive, so.
We won't be able to have really much.
He can do it in 3.5.
Yeah.
Well, something that's gotta be in the paper or something, right?
Well, if we make it, then it can be in there in time. We'll be okay if we set the meeting today for that. That'll be fine.
I'm gonna text them and see if we do okay with that.
I'm gonna text Jim right now. And we text him.
finance meeting, he said he'll be coming right in around the same time, that's why he said at 5 or 6 o'clock. Remember, he said he'll be coming in. He said he'll be right around 6 o'clock, he'll be back in Mingo. He'll be tight, but he'll be back in Mingo around 6 o'clock. He said that at the finance meeting.
So should we make it like 6:30 to give him a little
Give him a
cushion?
little bit of a buffer, that thing maybe. I don't know.
That's up to you guys, I don't care. If she's here, we'll put it on paper.
Yeah, I'm flexible as far as that goes.
Yeah. Either way, I'm good either way, so.
So
whatever
you're
gets
talking
decided.
Thursday the 28th?
Yes. Okay, for tomorrow.
How about you? All right. 6:30 then? You put that paper for us?
Absolutely.
Finance meeting, 6:30?
Yes. Here in council chambers?
Yes, ma'am. No, not under finance?
Oh wait, I can ask the question. Never mind. I'll ask Jags later. Sorry. Go ahead.
There was something we sort of looked up for finance. It was a table organization.
Good organization for the fire department, that's what I think you're supposed to talk to Ernie about.
It was 2, 2, 1, 1, and 1, 1, and 3. 1, 1, and 2, that's what was on the paper.
Yeah, like I said, I'll look as soon as I get home. I'll go in my bag and see what I can find.
If so, I'll give it to Ernie right away. And what you say, Ernie, it doesn't really matter what's on paper, you don't have to fill it anyhow, right?
But you don't have to fill any position. That's entirely up to the mayor, basically.
Okay. Boards,
Nothing to present this time.
safety, good.
Nothing percent this time.
Streets, that's me, I have nothing, stuff, they're a mess. Everybody's,
They're a mess.
they're a mess.
It'll be a mess for a while, and we'll just throw that stuff in and waste money.
I think it's crazy putting coal patch in there, nuts.
Some of the bigger holes we have right now, we just can't help that. I mean, I gotta put something in there, I don't know.
It's either that or you lose the front end of your car.
So some of the major ones that we can identify, we're gonna try to, do something with it. I know it's a waste of money, but, we have to do something, because some of them are just impassable.
Is it too early to get some bids for chip and seal?
I talked to the county already, and talked to them about how it would be first on the list with this chip and seal stuff. So, I mean, I think the county, you're not gonna beat them for the price, I don't know, beat them at all. So,
And streetlights and sidewalks,
A report.
yours, sewage and water.
Just one little thing that may be a help and not be a help. I noticed on Longview, water pressure is still high, but not quite as high as it normally is.
well, that's because of our tank.
I don't know if it's a tank or if it could be because the lake is maybe around or near. I don't know.
We're listening,
Yeah.
we're listening everywhere.
Just FYI on that one. It's
Yeah.
not a big difference though.
Because we got down to 3 feet in that tank, right?
Whew.
That's,
Yeah.
That's critical.
Yeah.
That's critical.
Are generators on our list?
No, I'm not gonna put any generator up there. I think that's a waste of money. We have a huge generator that we took up there. This has happened the first time in 25 years, and I'm not investing $100,000.
I'm talking about the ones at the water and the wastewater
They're
treatment
good.
plant, mostly they are.
Yeah, they're okay, they're fine, they do the job. So we took that one from wastewater, took it up there, and it worked, you know. It's just, you know, because somebody's asking me, well, why don't we put one up there for $105,000? I said, no, why not? Not.
Yeah, that's not.
Because I could put $105,000 somewhere else. I mean, if this was something that was occurring once every 2 or 3 years or something like that even, I would consider it, but, you know.
Plus, we have ones we can take up there if need
Yeah, we
be,
do.
so that's
And
not.
they're very good generators, they're still functional, so.
When I remember water, I was going through some of my stuff at home. I guess stacks up. I found a nice little thing from Jefferson County that we talked about 2014. The first year was $2, second year was $2.10, third year was $2.15. The increase, somehow it got to just $2.30. I don't know where it come from, but I got a copy of the paper from the county.
I did some thinking about that when this came up in discussion. I don't have any notes pertaining to this, but I do know that there was additional cost incurred by the county. I don't know if there was discussions based upon they did forego additional cost in engineering and moving some things. A couple, you know, I forget the exact number. I don't want to even approximate, but it was a major expense. And I think there were discussions about the possibility of keeping it at 2 and then making a negotiating point after 3 years. And that's the way I think the contract which was signed reads, if memory serves me
Well,
right.
it's signed, and that's what it reads, but I'll tell you what.
That's based
I knew
upon
nothing
recall
about
documents.
that, I'll be honest with you. I saw the one that had the increase, and I don't know how that other contract got signed, I'll be quite honest with you.
So, yeah, when I got, we give it, the county was here, we give them the paperwork, they do the contract up, supposed to come back up and have it signed. I got a copy of that. They never signed. Someone changed it.
Yeah, I knew that the county was upset too. Well, the workers were upset because there's some things they wanted in the contract based upon flows and things like that that were also not in the contract, which was
So they knew
decided.
ahead of time that they had to put the pump station in.
Yeah.
There's some issues in addition to that. I remember there were discussions based on additional issues, and there were talks about changing the rate structure to help accommodate those issues in the short term.
So the
But I don't know if
contract,
that's the reason why that was signed, but there were discussions based upon that.
so the contract we have now is what, for how many years?
I think it was don't quote me, I know it's not with me, but I think it was a 5-year, but rate negotiable
Possibly
after 3. Yeah.
So where are we at as far as 3 years?
We're getting close,
Should be there.
we're getting closer.
We're getting close, 'cause it officially opened up when? That would have been
Well,
springtime, right?
Yeah, we've got a couple, probably a year and a half to go at least, I'll have to look at the dates. We're not that with that.
So 2014,
Time goes how fast you think. I don't know, we might be.
Well, I don't know when we opened it up though, I mean, we were under contract with them, but I don't know when we started providing them water. Because there was a big delay as far as when they got their station.
I want to say about 2 years ago almost.
I would say possibly 2, I don't think it's more than 2.
I came on in 15.
Yeah, I've been there since.
15.
15.
15.
15, I come on 15?
Yeah.
Or 16, January 16, right? 16?
Yeah, 'cause it would go to January
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I came on 16, I don't think we had it in 16.
That wasn't run yet.
Yeah, that wasn't running yet. So I'm thinking about 17, so it's probably been a couple years. I'll check, because I want those rates up, you know. I know George doesn't, but we're the village, George, not the county.
If we
I
raise
protect
them
the
up
village.
and Steubenville undercuts us, there goes that business.
Well,
And it's on the margin. On the margin, it's profitable.
well, did we-
On average cost, no, but it's cost based upon margin, not average
It's
cost.
not real profitable to us.
But it is profitable.
Did we do that to Stonewall originally?
Yeah, they upped it. We said we'll take the business county. Yeah, exactly. I wish we would have undercut them further. Actually, that would have been my decision. Actually, that would have been my thought.
I would have further time. Yeah, I know they were forthcoming, it would open future doors.
I know.
It hasn't opened any.
And it would have. It would have. It would have gone a little bit lower. We could have maybe opened an additional door.
We losing money.
We're not losing money. It's marginal cost.
I'll
Marginal
check,
cost is where profitable on
I'll
this.
check that out, because I'm not gonna sit there, I'll check the numbers out too.
On marginal cost. Average cost is different. Marginal cost, profitable.
I'll check it out.
Anything else under water and sewer?
No.
Nothing? Parks, Cemetery, and Recreation. I do have a couple things. We have an agreement here for the Little Lake. I'll call another meeting and we'll have them look this and try to get them to sign it. I'll pass this around, everyone wants to read it. I already get that. Here's a copy of it. I think they cleaned the sewers out by the park
Yes, it did. They're supposed to.
on Logan Avenue.
Yeah.
Because if you was up there and looked, our playground's washed away from the sewers being blocked up.
They were supposed to get up there, Jack, I'm pretty sure they did. And I looked at that down there, and I think if we build that stand up a little bit higher, possibly, it might help keep that stuff in. I don't want to put any barrier up there, because now you got a tripping hazard. So I gotta watch what I put there.
For a newspaper, March, let's say, it's supposed to be March 1st, but I can't do March 1st. About, let me find it down there. Well, March the 10th. All the decorations, all those winter decorations have to be taken out of the cemetery.
It's Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be last day. That'll get 2 weeks from now. All right, you guys? 2 weeks? And we took the last week's paper, but I guess Jerry gonna put it in, I will schedule a meeting, I'll get hold of them.
Yeah.
I don't know where, like, back or not. Health and pension,
Nothing to report.
senior citizens,
Okay.
Okay.
annexation,
No report.
economic development.
Yes, got a few things. First, this is more loose than anything else. What you mentioned as far as the garbage, recycle type bins, I just don't know what you're talking about. I can't quite figure it out. If you find what you want and get to Bob, he can write up that grant. We can get some definitely for the village through that. But I just can't figure it out to get it exactly what you're talking about.
If you go to, yeah, like a garbage can, but they're disposable, I think.
I don't know.
They're cardboard.
Really? I don't know.
They have them at the fair. They're like a cardboard box and I think a
Yeah.
bag of them, and when you get done, you just throw it away.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
Because you
Well,
can,
JV
because
green
if
teams,
you can
yeah,
find
no.
it made out of recycled material,
Respects.
then Grant would be able to accomplish something like that. But and the grant deadline's approaching as far as that goes for that, and also if the MRC wants to do something, deadline's approaching for
The only
that.
problem
I got
with
that,
big
there you
drums,
go.
them 55-gallon drums they got up there, they put the bag around it. As soon as somebody throws something in there, here goes the bag inside. And now we're up there fighting it, trying to dump it in the garbage can.
Our bags aren't big enough to actually
No.
those are pretty good sized bags. They don't come down over that, is that enough?
No,
If you
Sure
put a
we
rubber
do.
band around it, somebody steals a rubber band, right?
and we tried that. They had bungee cords around it, somebody took the bungee cords out.
Yeah.
He says they have those type of boxes that.
Respects put them out at the Jefferson County Fair, don't they, usually?
They do a JV green team on them, but I don't know, maybe Respects had them.
I've always seen Respects.
JV Green Team, you better look into it.
I was trying to. We can't figure out what. And I wasn't quite sure exactly how to state what this was, even type of thing. To be honest, I'm
Someone
sorry.
had
I was
like
trying.
like a metal
Yeah.
bracket. Okay,
support
so
light.
you push it down like in the dirt, and you put a bag over top, and then it had JV Green Team on it. You just throw the bag away, and put a new bag over top of it. But it
So
was
there was the
cardboard.
support, so you actually had something down and you could replace it.
Yes.
You ever see those things at Rogers Flea Market? That's,
No.
that's,
I know what you're talking
you know,
about.
you get the bag and then it holds it and then you just lift up on the top and pull down the bottom and put another bag in it.
Well, we have a hard time up there, because we have a couple women up there trying to get coverage up out of there, and it's hard. You have to get back on the drums,
Yeah, I know, I was pulling them out community days. Right.
Yeah, it sounds like a real good idea. I just can't. If you relate to him and he can
All right.
find that, then hey, by all means, I will do whatever I can to help assist in that. but I can't figure out, I can't relate that, I'm sorry.
Did we ever figure out about our cans or things at the baseball field?
If the village wants them moved, the village calls the Jimmy Green team and they get moved. But the only question is, if we want them in the community, we gotta know a spot to have them placed, otherwise they're just gone from the community.
Well, I tell you, the only place I can think is
It's
down by
tough.
the stadium. It's across from the stadium, the old stadium, which is a nice concrete place down there.
On the other opposite
On the
side.
opposite side, before you go into the
Right
bridge,
by the
like
billboard.
going back. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if any other place to put those where it will not tear somebody's property. I've already gone through that twice. You've gone through it once. I've gone through it with Indian Creek. They ruined.
Because the
our
trucks
parking
are
lot.
heavy.
They ruined our parking
That's just-
lot.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything to fix it. And then they put them back over there. They put them back over there.
The other trouble down there, it's
I
a
really had some
flood
issues
zone.
with JB.
Yeah, that's the big, that's it. The flood zone's an issue possibly, I don't know. But it's not gotten terrible at that spot for a while, but are we due? I don't.
Well, if you're
It's
gonna
a-
open up that field up there, they can't be up there. That's gonna be parking, there's gonna be people sitting there. I mean, you can't have it.
I understand.
You
Where
know,
was it? Just
I wish there was a place, because there's people that use it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only other place I could think, well, no, I mean, you know, that garage that sits there, if that guy wouldn't wanna give a piece of his property, but I doubt it, then you'd have to go in there and put a pad in there.
Cardboard.
You know, some
Yeah.
concrete pad, because you'd tear his place up too. Anywhere those trucks go, they tear it up.
Yeah, something like that. That would be applicable for the
You got a
grant.
concrete pad?
No, that's garbage.
Yeah, there's garbage.
You know,
Oh,
something like that. It's made out of recyclable type material, and if it was recyclable, therefore that would be feasible. That would work. And just to relate, we had an economic development committee meeting before regular council, just to discuss a little bit more. It was mentioned they were trying to have like a welcome to the village meeting with JSW, stuff like that. We're looking at trying to set a date in stone. We're looking at trying to figure out more specifics as far as the agenda of such a brunch type meeting, in addition to certain dignitaries to invite, as well as maybe using it twofold as a welcoming ceremony, and in addition to an outreach type thing to possible future investors in the village. So we're looking at combining those things up and working that together. Things are not quite solid on the date. We're close to solid. Hopefully I can report an exact date on that next council meeting, and we can get the ball rolling with more specifics and press on from there.
Try to make sure the mayor's kept the brush
Yes.
of what's going on, because, you know, he
Yeah.
would represent us unless he wants somebody
Oh,
else. to
definitely,
represent him,
yeah.
you know. I don't think he knows what's going on with this at all. I mean, I don't think, I'm not sure.
So I mentioned it. It's been a little while, but I haven't
Okay.
talked about it. I got to give an update
Because
now.
he'll say to me, you know, he'll say it to me, what's going on? Hey, somebody told you.
It's been a while though. But
Yeah.
yeah, and that's loose, but that's all where we're at right now.
So that's with the mill, right?
Yeah,
Like a lunch with the mill.
yeah, like a yeah, pretty much.
That's the last one I got on my list. Economic, you have something written down?
Just old business and new business was type of thing, but I don't know if there is
Nothing else
anything.
on that, on
I
there?
don't think. I think it's all committees.
Okay. Anything under new business? Anything under old business? Any motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
How about that?
Oh,
Oh, in a second.
Jags, 16.
Yeah, he said 6:30, right?
No, he said 6 o'clock.
Well, he said 6 o'clock, so he said he can.
I
make
just
it.
texted him back, council said at 6:30 to give you enough time to get back in town.
So you just want to do
So
6:30?
6
Leave
or
it as it
6:30?
is. She got it in her notes already.
Like 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah, let's.
How are you? You're
Yeah.
not hearing out.
Huh?
You won't be hearing out.
I'll be here.
Okay.
That thing from Don is not, it's just, he's right, it's like a planning thing. You're frying at me thinking it's,
So are we having an economic development meeting on the 12th before council?
Oh, yeah, also, because I mentioned, I'm sorry. Next economic development committee meeting will be 6 o'clock, directly preceding next council meeting on March 12th. So at 6, right before regular council meeting on March the 12th.
What's that for?
Committee meeting, economic development committee. To further discuss this, hopefully with some specifics this time, hopefully.
I'm gonna make a suggestion too, the rules committee gets together and starts looking at some of the things. that
Well,
we should
I
talk
can't,
about.
there's just two of us, and
I know.
then somebody's gonna show up, and then he's not here. So, yeah, we're going, yeah.
We might eventually just pull
Right.
all council meeting to discuss that, just to get it, I mean, because just really, that and also was thinking about the, as far as ordinance for, you know, to look at the current property maintenance ordinance.
Coming up.
It's gonna be springtime soon, the weeds and everything's gonna start growing. I'd like to see if there's some
So
sort of
Selena
small
will-
amendments,
Yeah.
you know, where we can, with Ernie's guidance, whatever might be
Some teeth.
beneficial for us, that gives us a little bit more of a leg to stand on when it comes to this sort of thing, or maybe change the way we go about this process, just because it's year after year and it's always the same old thing. You know?
We've got some places that really need something done.
Did everybody get a copy of that one from Selena? It's been a few months ago. I don't know if everybody got a copy, or was it just the ordinance committee? I'm not quite sure. Well, if not, I can make copies, make sure everybody gets a copy if necessary.
I do have one question, and I've heard James already. What are we gonna do with these people that are renting houses? Are we gonna do anything with these folks? They're supposed to sign up or whatever?
We're gonna have, if you know anybody that's not registered, let me know. I can't go out, I'm not, I'm saying nothing about, I don't know who's not registered. If I know somebody's not registered, we can cite them.
Where are they registering at?
Boss office. And I'm sure there are a lot that aren't registered.
Yeah, I'm
How
sure
much of
that-
a list do we have?
I have no idea, I'll be honest with you. I don't even,
Judy has.
Judy has the forms and
There's a lot
everything.
that aren't.
Judy would know, I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee there's probably a whole lot that aren't.
Well, I bet there are. I
Probably
bet there's much.
But, I mean, what can we do as an act to, I mean,
We have an ordinance, right?
Somebody's gonna take the time.
right, I mean, maybe another reminder, and then, I mean, set like a hard deadline or something like that, at
I
least.
mean, I think
What was
if
this
I
supposed to
was,
be
what I
like?
would do, if somebody, if somebody goes through, compiles a list, we'll send them a letter, we'll give them X number of days to register, and then we'll cite them in court.
Well, they
I
could
mean,
go-
that's what you need to do.
I think on the website or whatever, I mean, Judy, of course, never did get a raise, but, let's have her maybe do a little additional work and pay her like, an hourly wage and say, okay, this is something additional you need to do to go track this down or whatever else. I think that would be something like time and material like we do in construction business. Give her something to do or whatever else if she wants to do something like that.
It's being tied into the water department.
Yeah, but that's not always accurate. One of the problems you run into is that the water department gives you a list of who the customers are. That doesn't necessarily tell you if the property's a rental property.
Yeah, we don't know that all the time for sure, no.
I mean, Bob knows from how many
Yeah.
times he's seen.
Yeah, I mean, we
You
don't know
don't
that for
always
sure.
get the most accurate information. It's just something somebody has to follow through on.
You almost have to go on the auditor's
That's what I'm
website.
saying, just get on
Even
there
that
and,
doesn't tell you.
yeah.
It tells you who the owner is.
Yeah, it will tell you, but then you gotta cross-check that, if
Yeah.
you want to
I mean,
really
it's-
find
it's-
out.
Whose name the
Yeah,
water's in.
that's it. That takes some time, it's not real
Yeah.
simple to do. So you said they were gonna probably try to do something with
Yeah, I
it.
gotta get a hold of AJ Khan again. Well, I've had an issue with my email for the past 2 months. It seems like some emails I send don't get received, and they get back to me as failed mail a week later. I don't know what's going on.
Take the hint, George.
Well, it's getting back failed mail. It's not like they're not responding. It's just it's coming back.
Sender.
That guy.
You've been blocked, George.
New button, return to sender.
Because-
I don't know who looks at that now, I mean, so it used to be, always Michael, always looked at those.
Yeah, I gotta do well, Michael. There's been some website maintenance, but I wonder if it's a hosting issue. Because we're using a company for the hosting of the website email address, which is not a USA-based company. And maybe there's some issues with that, in regards to that company being an interesting origin, we'll say.
I don't know if he is. Anytime I ever ask him to do something, he does it for me, but, we owe him money and everything else too. So we have to take care of it. I try to take care of it, I will go back and get this taken care of with him.
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah,
needs taken care of.
Yeah.
He did a good job for us.
We were just going back and
Kind of
forth.
working on that.
Yeah, we was going back and forth, with the water, go back.
I think he did too.
Yeah. I just think that there was a little problem with the rent, the owner having somebody on the same line there or whatever else.
Do you have anything else? I got a motion to adjourn.
Yep.
Need a second.
Second.
Roll call?
Schutz?
Yep.
Keeler?
Yes.
Irvin?
Yes.
Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Bertel?
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, take care.
Don't you want him? I heard he's coming to your house tonight.
Sometimes trying to scurry and make notes, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I stopped by there, he was actually going into his house. That makes the most sense. I told him. Who, him? He ain't buying shit. Just turn off.
Not yet.